This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
It's Thursday, August 20th, and this is the Barbados Today Evening Update. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Topping the news this hour, Barbados's top cop expresses concerns that illegal guns are entering the country through the normal ports of entry. In a press conference this afternoon on the state of crime in the country in the face of increasing gun violence, Acting Police Commissioner Tyrone Griffith revealed that there was evidence to suggest that most of the guns making it into the island were coming in as parts and being reassembled on our shores.
From an investigative viewpoint, it is clear that there are an abundance of high caliber weapons and large quantities of available ammunition on the streets. What is also clear is that weapons are not lawfully manufactured in Barbados and that the wider region, and so they are being smuggled into the island. Our intelligence suggests that they are coming through legitimate ports of entry. They are either assisted by officials or not detected by them at our borders. This is an untenable situation which has to be addressed if we are to stem the inflow of these weapons. Even though we are taking weapons off the streets, the inflow is such that the volume on the island remains large. So far, for the year, we have recovered some 33 firearms as opposed to 29 for the previous year.
And while admitting that there has been a recent spate in gun-related incidents, the top cop insists it does not translate into an increase in major crime.
When we total these crimes, we recognize that there is very little movement over the last year. That is, for this year's crimes, there were 1,340 in 2014 and 1,348 in 2015, a mere increase of 8 cases. What then is responsible for this 10% increase in crime? That is the 470 cases as alluded to previously. We found that the most significant increases came in the area of drug offenses, where there were 212 cases up over last year.
Meantime, police are reporting that wanted man Jabari Gamble is in custody assisting with a criminal investigation. Lawmen posted a wanted notice for the 24-year-old, also known as 10 Speed or Tenor, last Friday. The first round of talks between the Sanitation Service Authority and the National Union of Public Workers over the non-payment of employees who went on strike last month has ended without a resolution. When the two sides met this morning, the SSA management provided information which claimed that the employees involved did not work. But NUPW Acting General Secretary Rosalind Smith tells Barbados Today her union will now prepare its counter findings to show that employees did report for duty but could not work due to certain conditions. Smith said the union should be ready to submit its findings to the SSA board by month end. 6-year-old Jahan King was laid to rest this afternoon in an emotional farewell. Jahan died at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital on June 29th as a result of chest trauma. And hundreds turned out to say farewell to Comame's first female principal, Dorian Pyle. The longtime educator passed away last Thursday while undergoing further treatment for a recent surgical procedure. She was 73. Barbadian parents are being advised to allow their daughters to get vaccinated against the human papilloma virus. It comes from Dr. Vikas Chaturani during this morning's launch of the 2015 Global Fund. The gynecologist says if teenagers are vaccinated against HPV transmission early, then cervical cancers can be prevented.
Where we get the young girls involved is that there is a cancer vaccine out there, a vaccine that can prevent cervical cancer. And it's been given by the government free of cost to all girls entering secondary school. Did you all know that? If we can prevent HPV transmission, we can prevent cervical cancer. HPV has been shown to be responsible in over 99% of cervical cancer cases. So you may hear a lot of things out there, but this is essentially a cancer vaccine. And why are we giving young girls? Because you give vaccines to people before they become infected with whether it be chickenpox, measles, or because their immune system is powerful at that time. And a vaccine is just stimulating your immune system that when it really comes into contact with the real virus, you can fight it off.
Sports now, reigning kings Barbados Bearings Progressive advanced into the semi-final round of the Goddard Enterprises Limited Senior Volleyball Knockout Competition. The team defeated Cormier in straight sets last night at the Wilding Gymnasium. Progressive, led by Fabian Cox, brushed aside their opponents 25-17, 25-20 and 26-24 in the best of 5 sets preliminary showdown when the two teams met in Group A. Another exciting preliminary game came out of Group B between long-time rivals Chargers and Deacons men. But it was the Chargers who had the last laugh after Deacons won the opening set 17-25. They responded with a 26-24, 25-20, 25-16 and 15-12 scoreline in a keenly contested game that went down to the wire.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter, that's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, we're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Got it in my hand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Got to understand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Ain't nothing like a core bank spare. None of them others just can't compare. You just got to love that taste. It's the world-class thing this land makes. Whether I'm cruising or at a bar, whether I'm at home, my bank spare is never far. For this blessing, got to give God thanks. My Barbados, my bank.
To news from the region, officials are trying to find out what caused the deaths of 17 babies at a Venezuelan hospital. According to media reports, the deaths are being blamed on germs spread by an opossum infestation. But hospital officials say other factors are to blame. The deaths occurred in the span of a week in a neonatal unit at the hospital located in the north of the country. And now for the latest on the season's first hurricane. Danny continues to strengthen as it moves towards the west-northwest near 10 miles per hour. At 5 p.m., the eye of the hurricane, which is packing 80 mile per hour winds, was located near latitude 13.0 north, longitude 45.7 west, or about 1,030 miles east of the Windward Islands. Some additional strengthening is forecast during the next 24 hours, but a weakening trend is expected to begin after that. There are no coastal watches or warnings in effect for any Caribbean islands at this time. On the international scene in Greece, voters will head to the polls for the second time this year. Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras today announced his resignation and called an early election. The Prime Minister, who was elected in January, told nationals in an address that it's his moral duty to return to the polls. Now a third bailout had been secured with European creditors.
You must decide if we have taken the right decision for the final recovery of the economy and to overcome this austerity of the strict measures that were imposed on us. You, with your vote, will decide who will lead Greece down this difficult road ahead of us, who will negotiate the best way of reducing the debt, who and how will be able to march forward with steady steps and make the changes that the country needs. You, with your vote, will judge us.
Greece Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras. An election date has not been set as yet, but early reports indicate that it could be held on September 20th. That's news and sports. For more, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb. Subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 online TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Do have a great evening.